This is another term that I'm being sworn in for. I'm just as excited as I was the first time that I was ever sworn into elective office. This is when we stand before the citizens of Atlanta and take our oaths, basically saying that we're going to keep the covenant that they have placed in us via their vote to govern the city to the best of our ability. We're very excited about the new members of the Atlanta City Council. We've got a couple of returning members also who have served previously. And of course, whatever advice and counsel that we can provide to the new members, if they so desire to need it and want it, we're more than happy to provide it and to bring them under our wing and to show them the ropes, back there on the hall down at the City Council. I'm very, very excited about this group of folks. Each brings their own unique impressions to the City Council and their legacy of service. So it's going to be great to be shoulder to shoulder with them, working on the issues and on behalf of our citizens.
Hi, I'm Doug Shipman, City Council President for our Atlanta. And I just want to say how excited I am to be in this new role. And I want to take this opportunity to wish you and your family a very happy new year.
Hi, I'm Jason Winston, Atlanta City Council member for District 1. I want to wish you and your family a happy new year.
The voters in District 10 have allowed me another term, and I am so excited. We will continue to work hard in the community. We will continue to work with Keep Atlanta Beautiful, Public Works, and all of the departments that help make Adamsville work.
Hello Atlanta, this is Byron Amos, City Council District 3 member, and I would just like to wish you and your family a happy new year.
Atlanta is sending to City Hall a younger, more progressive group of folks with a lot of energy and urgency. The city's facing some real challenges right now, and I am incredibly excited about the new folks that we're welcoming on council. I'm excited to be coming back with my colleagues from last term, and I'm pumped about the future. It feels like this council is going to continue moving in the direction of operating more and more as a team, and looking at the challenges that we face as a city as a collective of 15. And I'm excited about that. The issues we have to solve have to be done with that mindset in place. And so I'm pumped about people bringing their different perspectives from the districts they represent, but tackling challenges head on as a body. And I think we're going to make some really good progress over the next year.
Hello, this is Councilmember Jason DOZIER representing Atlanta City Council District 4. I just want to wish you and your families a happy new year.
Feels great to be returning for a second term, just to bring the needed change to Atlanta and across the city. Public safety is a concern, city services are a concern, and I'm looking forward to working with our new mayor, our new council president, and all of my returning and new colleagues to make Atlanta a better city for everyone.
Hi, I'm Liliana Bakhtiari, the representative for City Council District 5, and I want to wish you and your family a happy new year.
Hi, I'm Alex Wan, Atlanta City Council member for District 6, and I'd like to wish you, your family, and your loved ones a very happy new year.
I feel absolutely energized and excited, not only because I was voted in for my second term as council member of District 11, but because all of the city of Atlanta residents they're excited. I keep hearing how much they're looking forward to this whole new fresh council. I'm excited about our new mayor. I'm excited about all of the new council members that we have, and I'm excited to return with the ones that I've done so much work with. I am now going to be considered a veteran, which is actually funny to me, but at the same time, I do feel that it's important to dig in and help those that have questions. So I'm looking forward to working with them. They have great ideas. They're young, energetic, and I could use some of that as well.
Hello, my name is Antonio Lewis, Atlanta City Council member representing District 12, the south side of the city. I just want to wish you and your family a happy new year. Let's go!
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Alex Swan. I will be serving as the chair of the Finance Executive Committee meeting for 2022. This is the January 12th, 2022 meeting of the committee, and as such, I will officially call the meeting to order. Before we get into the items on the agenda, I did want to share with everybody that due to a meeting that is being convened by the Atlanta delegation at the state legislature at 2 o'clock, we will run our meeting and recess right at around 1:55 so that members of this committee can participate in that meeting. And then we will reconvene promptly at 3 p.m. And regardless of if that meeting is concluded or not, we will reconvene Finance Executive at 3 p.m. So I appreciate everyone's flexibility and understanding about that modification. With that, I want to thank our supporting legislative staff, Santana Kempson Wright, who will be helping guide me and this committee through this agenda and through this year. With that, I'd like to go ahead and move on to item B and have her conduct the roll call as means of introduction of the members.
Good afternoon, Councilmember Alex Swan.
Present.
Councilmember Liliana Bakhtiari. Present. Councilmember Michael Julian Bond.
Here.
Councilmember Jason Dozier.
Here.
Councilmember Howard Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Keisha Shawn Waite. Present. Councilmember Jason Winston.
Present.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum on the line.
Very good. 100% attendance this first meeting. Great start. So thank you, members. Ms. Kempson Wright, if you will also at the next item on the agenda read the remote meeting statement, please.
Yes, this Finance Executive Committee meeting is being conducted remotely as advertised and as in accordance with the official code of Georgia 5014-1. The meeting will be conducted in conformance with Robert's Rules of Order and the Rules of Council as authorized by the City Code. The public may access the meeting by the following conference bridge: toll-free access 404-902-5066, conference ID 151945, which was noted on the Friday, January 7th public meeting notice. The public may also view the meeting on Channel 26, citycouncil.atlantaga.gov, or the Council's YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages via at ATL Council. All presentations are available on the Atlanta City Council Finance Executive Committee presentation page. The agenda was published and made available on Friday, January 7th via atlantacitga.iqm2.com. Public comment was accepted between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. on yesterday, Tuesday, January 11th. All persons present on the presentation conference bridge are requested to mute your phones and speakers. Speakers must be acknowledged by the presiding officer prior to speaking. We ask that each council member open your Outlook email and minimize the screen to view amendments, substitutes, and informational documents which were distributed earlier and could be distributed during the meeting. Thank you all for your cooperation.
Thank you, Ms. Kempson-Wright. And with that formality completed, we'll go ahead and move on to the agenda. The first item is adoption of the agenda. As you will recall from briefing Monday afternoon, we do have one walk-in that we will be accepting, and that is, it's in the packet that was sent out. It's ELMS number 26895, and the subject of that is water and sewer account overpayment refunds. So with that, I will make a motion to amend our agenda to accept that walk-in. And I need a second for that, please.
Second.
All right, I think second, Mr. Bond, I believe I heard your voice first, so Bond seconded that. Ms. Kempson-Wright, procedurally, I think, are we going to do the electronic vote first and then have you call out names of those that are not, do a voice vote for those that are not on the system? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So, colleagues, if you are on, go ahead. For those in e-boardroom, please go ahead and cast your vote, and then Ms. Kempson-Wright will call the remaining members to record your votes.
Councilmember Bakhtiari? Yes. And Councilmember Dozier?
Aye.
One moment, please. No. Councilmember Waite. Councilmember Waite? Aye. And Councilmember Winston?
Aye.
Thank you. The vote is closed. One moment as we're populating all the votes. Um, 78 0 nays. The motion to amend has been approved.
Okay. With that motion to amend approved, I'll now make a motion to adopt the agenda as amended. Can I have a second, please? Second. Seconded by Bond. Ms. Kempson-Wright, please open the vote. Again, electronic votes first, and then she will call for verbal votes.
The vote is open. Bakhtiari? Yes. Councilmember Dozier?
Yes.
Councilmember Waite? Aye. Councilmember Winston?
Aye.
Thank you. The vote is closed. 7 yeas, 0 nays. This item or the agenda has been adopted as amended.
Okay.
And Council,
thank you.
Councilmember One,
Yes,
just to we have been joined by Councilmember Byron Amos and Council President Shipman on the line with us today as well.
Great. Thank you. Welcome, colleagues. Appreciate your joining our meeting today. All right, item E is approval of the minutes. The electronic vote is required on this. I will put forward a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meetings. Is there a second? Second. Seconded by Bond. With that motion properly seconded, please open the vote.
The vote is open. Councilmember Bakhtiari? Yes. Councilmember Dozier?
Aye.
Councilmember Waite? Aye. Councilmember Winston?
Aye.
Thank you. The vote is closed. This item, the minutes have been approved with 7 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you very much, colleagues. We'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is F, election of the 2022 Finance Executive Committee Vice Chair. I will move and nominate my colleague Howard Shook for this position. Mr. Shook has chaired this committee several times before in previous terms, and for those moments or instances where I'm able to be here for the meetings, I think that experience will bode well for us to stand in as vice chair to lead those meetings. At this point, I would open up any other nominations for vice chair. And if there are none, I'll entertain a second for that nomination.
Bakhtiari, second.
Motion to nominate Mr. Shook is seconded by Ms. Bakhtiari. Any discussion on that? All right, seeing none. This just requires a voice vote. So all in favor of Mr. Shook serving as vice chair of the 2022 FEC committee, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Are there any? Thank you. Are there any opposed? Seeing none, that motion carries. Mr. Shook, congratulations. You have been appointed vice chair by acclamation.
Thank you.
All right, next item is item G, the 2022 Finance Executive Committee goals and objectives. Colleagues, Ms. Kempson-Wright sent this out in the packet earlier today, the 2021 goals and objectives for reference. I would invite everyone to review these. If there are items that on this list that you would like to expound on further, or if there are items not on this list that you would like to make sure get added, if I will be getting with each one of y'all over the next 2 weeks, and we'll bring this forward in a votable form at our meeting on the 26th. So does anyone have any questions or comments about that? Oh, I see on the notes here, we'd like to get those to Ms. Wright by next Friday, January 21st. Any questions or comments on that? Okay, very good. This is a good starting list. I do think there were a number of other items that I recall folks talking about during the election cycle last year that I think we can add to this and give us a good, robust working list to work from for the year. All right, we're going to move on a nice healthy clip here. Next item is item H, public comment. I understand from Ms. Kempson-Wright that while the opportunity to phone in was open last night from 4 to 7 p.m., we did not receive any calls. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So with that, we can continue on with the agenda. The next item on the agenda is under the consent agenda, item I, ordinances for first read. I will have the staff sound the captions, and then we will go from there. Ms. Kempson-Wright, please.
Item number 1 is 2010-1031. Executive Committee authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to remit funds collected from blank in an amount not to exceed $500,000.00 to be used to fund the Atlanta Jazz Festival to be paid and charged from the account numbers listed. Item number 2 is 2010-1032. It's an ordinance to correct substitute ordinance number 21-0738 adopted by the City Council on October 4th, 2021 and approved per City Charter Section 2403 on October 13th, 2021. To authorize amendment number 2 for CPS 1200361 with Lydex Incorporated for the purpose of correcting the effective contract date named therein. Item number 3 is 22-1033. It's an ordinance to authorize the mayor, his designee, to exercise the first renewal option under cooperative purchasing agreement CPS 1210239 Chronos Workforce Management Systems with Chronos Incorporated on behalf of the Department of Advanced Information Management for a term of 1 year retroactively effective from July 29, 2021 to July 28, 2022 in an amount not to exceed $366,053.54 and to ratify services rendered in connection with the agreement beginning July 29, 2021 in accordance with Section 21163, Subsection C of Article 10, Procurement and Real Estate Code of the City of Atlanta Code of Ordinances. All contracted work to be charged to and paid from the fund, department, organization, and account numbers listed. Item number 4 is 22-0-1034. It's an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee on behalf of the City of Atlanta to grant a permanent easement over a portion of city-owned property consisting of approximately 1,299 square feet of land, more or less, located at the intersection of Freedom Parkway Northeast and Moreland Avenue Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30307, DeKalb County, and land lot 240, 15th District, with no tax parcel identification number available, to the Georgia Department of Transportation for the installation and maintenance of a traffic signal as part of their traffic signal improvement project, waiving any conflicting provisions of Article 10, Division 14, Subsection 3 of the City of Atlanta Code. Item number 5 is 22-0-1035. It's an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee on behalf of the City of Atlanta to grant a permanent easement over a portion of city-owned property consisting of approximately 210 square feet of land, more or less, located in land lot 77 of the 14th District, Fulton County, Georgia, tax parcel identification number listed, with an address of 0 Ted Turner Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303, to the Georgia Department of Transportation for the installation and maintenance of a traffic signal as part of their traffic signal improvement project, waiving any conflicting provisions of Article 10, Division 14, Subsection 3 of the Atlanta City Code. Item number 6 is 22-0-1036, an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee on behalf of the City of Atlanta to grant a permanent easement over a portion of city-owned property consisting of approximately 139 square feet of land, more or less, located in land lot 84 of the 14th District, Fulton County, Georgia, tax parcel identification number listed, with an address of 0 Larkin Street, Atlanta, Georgia, 30314, to the Georgia Department of Transportation for the installation and maintenance of a traffic signal as part of their traffic signal improvement project, waiving any conflicting provisions of Article 10, Division 14, Subsection 3 of the Atlanta Code of Ordinances. And the last item is item number 7, 22-0-1037, an ordinance by Finance Executive Committee authorizing the mayor or his designee on behalf of the City of Atlanta to grant a permanent easement over a portion of city-owned property consisting of approximately 1,292 square feet of land, more or less, located in land lot 14 of the 14th District, Fulton County, Georgia. Tax parcel identification numbers listed, with an address of 0 Moreland Avenue Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30307, to the Department of Transportation for the installation and maintenance of a traffic signal as part of their traffic signal improvement project, waiving any conflicting provisions of Article 10, Division 14, Subsection 3, and the Atlanta City Code, and for the purposes. That concludes the first read, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Wright. With the sounding of those 7 items, it requires no action on our part as a committee, as they will be before us next cycle for deliberation. All right, that takes us to item J on our agenda, ordinances for second read. And I'm watching our clock. It is 1:46. I'm going to go ahead and try and move through as many of these as we can before we recess for the 2 p.m. Meeting. So the first item is item 22-0-1020, an ordinance by Councilmember Matt Westmoreland, ratifying the City of Atlanta's acceptance of a donation of pro bono professional services performed by Ernst & Young in support of the mayoral transition from the Metro Atlanta Chamber, authorizing the mayor or his designee on behalf of the city to enter into any necessary agreements in connection with the donation of these services and for other purposes. I understand Mr. Jason Ingram is here to speak on this on behalf of the administration. Mr. Ingram.
Good afternoon to you all. Yes, thank you, Chair, and thank you, members of the council. I believe you all can hear me now.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all, and good afternoon to you. Law is also on the line. joining me today, Ms. Amber Robinson. Essentially, this particular ordinance is regarding the donation of the acceptance for pro bono services to assist with the mayoral transition. And one of the things that I'd just like to highlight here is that the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce is interested in taking deliberate steps to improve the overall performance and operations of the city of Atlanta as the mayor-elect begins his upcoming term, or has begun his upcoming term, and Ernst & Young will assist actually the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce in supporting the mayor-elect by providing a variety of services that are meant to assist with the transition. And also Ernst & Young is expected to coordinate directly with the mayor-elect, or the mayor rather, and the transition team, as well as City of Atlanta personnel in the development of the overall transition approach for this first 100 days of the mayor's administration.
Thank you, Mr. Ingram. Colleagues, does anyone have any questions on this paper? I see that Mr. Shook, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you. I thought it went well, and other than the fact that it was like attending a Packers game, I would like to ask, what are the sunk costs thus far into the proceedings?
We can get that information to you, Councilman Shook. That information has not been provided to me yet, but I can provide it to the council.
Yeah, okay. I'm just curious. I know we, legislated a budget, and we appreciate the pro bono support. So, I'll second the motion to approve.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shook. I will consider that I put forward the first motion with Shook as second. Mr. Ingram, I do have a question on this. So is there any sort of, I think this is in a consulting capacity to the transition. Is there any sort of deliverable on this? I guess what I'm getting at specifically is, would there end up being any sort of set of recommendations or things that will not only be actionable by the executive office, but potentially actionable by city council as well?
Yes, most certainly, Chairman. There is a comprehensive list of deliverables and work product expected to come out of this related to talent, communications, the overall transition. It also includes engagement and outreach, as well as operational and other assessments regarding the current state of operations.
And will those be available for council at that time, just so that we can peruse through them as well and potentially start taking action on the ones that we can?
I can certainly confirm that for you, but there's been no decision not to share that with the council at this time.
Great, thank you. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Ingram. My colleagues, any other questions for Mr. Ingram on this paper? All right, if not, it's been properly moved and seconded, and I believe we are now ready for a vote. So, Ms. Kinstrom-Wright, if you can open the vote, please.
The vote is open. Councilmember Bakhtiari? Yes. Councilmember DOZIER?
Aye.
Councilmember Wade? Aye. Thank you.
Councilmember Bond is an aye.
Thank you, Councilmember Bond. The vote is closed. 7 yeas, 0 nays. This item is favorable.
Okay, this motion is favorable on this item. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to try and get one more in before we recess. Item number 22-0-1022, an ordinance by Councilmember Michael Julian Bond to amend Chapter 2, Article 2, Division 14, Section 2-152, subsection E of the City of Atlanta Code of Ordinances to update the total amount allocated for annual appropriations to fund costs associated with health insurance to include 2 permanent part-time employees in the appropriate account and for other purposes. Mr. Bond, would you like to speak to your paper at this time?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to hold it until the budget proceedings.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Bond is putting forward a motion to hold. Is there a second? All right. I will second that. Okay. It's been properly moved and seconded to hold this paper. And with that, let's open the vote, please.
The vote is open. Councilmember Battiari?
I have mine working again, so I just voted on through the portal.
Perfect.
But I voted yes.
Thank you. Councilmember Dozier?
Aye.
And Councilmember White?
Aye.
The vote is closed. 7 yeas, 0 nays. Is held.
All right. Thank you, colleagues. This paper will be held until such time that we pull it back up. All right. With that, it is now 1:53. Rather than starting the resolutions, I'll entertain a motion to recess for the purpose. Well, actually, I'll put forward a motion to recess for the purpose of committee members being able to attend the joint meeting with the Atlanta delegation at the state legislature. With that, I would ask that we promptly return at 3 p.m. Regardless of if that meeting is done or not, so that we can continue on with the business of this committee. Is there a second to that motion, please? All right, seconded by Mr. Bond. Ms. Kempson-Wright, with that motion, can we do a voice vote, or does it need to be in the system?
Hello?
No, it's in the system. Okay.
We have the vote ready. Yes, the vote is open.
Thank you. Okay.
Councilmember Dozier?
Aye.
And Councilmember White?
Aye.
Thank you. The vote is closed. 7 yeas, 0 nays. We are in recess.
All right. Thank you. Colleagues, if you need the details on that meeting and you don't have that, please let me know. And otherwise, we'll see everybody back here at 3 p.m. Thank you very much.